So this has been a great year for the PC. We're up to 65 million accounts on Steam. We have 6 million people simultaneous. I think with the holiday season just passed, we were about 62% year-over-year revenue growth. And my favorite statistic is that Dota 2 is bigger than Monday Night Football. So why? I mean, we're just one company in the PC space. Why are we seeing this continued growth? Why are we seeing users and games and hardware development? And we attribute it to the openness of the platform. That the PC is successful because we're all benefiting from the competition with each other. If Twitter comes along, our games benefit. If NVIDIA makes better graphics technology, all the games are going to shine. If we come out with a better game, people are going to buy more PCs. And that has been the engine of this growth. Now, a couple of years ago, we started to get pretty worried that maybe that openness was going to be challenged, that there was success in proprietary platforms in the living room and in mobile, and that was going to cause our entire industry to sort of step away from the opportunity of openness. We started to think, like, what can we do? You know, there are lots of people who can take on this challenge, but what were some of the pieces that Valve could try to help with? We picked 3 things to look at. The first was thinking about the user interface, the operating system, the platform side of it. We had a lot of experience with Steam, and we could work by developing something called Big Picture, and then moving all of that on top of Linux, we'd have a platform that everybody could use. There were a set of form factor issues. The hardware that you're used to using on an airplane is not necessarily the right form factor for what you want to have in the living room. So there are a set of issues there that we wanted to address in terms of hardware design. We wanted to prove that they were possible and to share that knowledge with partners. Third issue is, how do you interact with these devices? We needed a controller design that was consistent with the interaction modes that people were going to be using in the living room. That doesn't mean that people won't use mice or keyboards, but it does mean that they have another option, one that really allows software developers to give people great experiences in that environment while also continuing to give people access to all of the great internet and PC applications. So last year we said, okay, we're going to be building some of these machines. We built them and given them out to people. And today we're taking the next step. And the next step is to say that there are a bunch of other hardware manufacturers who are also going to be introducing Steam machines. So here's the list plus one of the people who are here tonight. All of these hardware developers are here and are very interested in hearing from you and talking to you about what their experiences are, what their thoughts are about the PC moving into the living room, and the steps that we've taken to enable that. Do we have the machines back there? Oh, here we go. Here are the 12 new machines. 13 new machines. So each one of these represents a different take on the right solution for their customers in the living room. We look forward to having our games and our platform on this, and I'm sure all of those people are interested in talking with you. Let's see, what else do I need to say? I think that about covers it. I'll actually take a couple of quick questions, if anybody has one. Are you here?
What is the experience and specs on these? Is it like super low end, super high end, or they're all sort of in the middle? Or?
There's a lot of variation, low end to high end, both in the devices you see here and in product lines that people are going to have. I mean, that's one of the strengths that the PC has is customers can get the experience that they want, while software developers can be guaranteed a stable platform for delivering value. Right here. We're going to continue to make that decision as we go along. We've been happy with the results doing the hardware development. We have plans to build more machines as our customers demand. We also expect people to be really happy with the range of offerings coming from these hardware manufacturers.
Mr. Newell?
Yep.
Do you have a release window or date for when consumers will be able to get some of these machines?
That's a great question for the hardware manufacturers who are here. You should ask each one of them the chance to answer that. Yep. We've been, I mean, the first, we made 300, which is a very tiny step, but I guess everything starts with a small step. You know, we'll make what we need to. We really view our role in this as being enabling. So whatever we can do that's going to be helpful to other hardware manufacturers, whether it's with a controller design or with building specific kinds of boxes, that's what we're going to intend to do. It's very much, how could we collaborate with the chip makers and the system integrators? What's the most useful thing for us to do? And part of the reason for holding events like this is to get feedback from them on what are the next problems they'd like us to take on. Yeah, we'll be selling Steam controllers separately, and then other people will be selling their versions of Steam controllers as well. No, we don't have that data or pricing on those yet.
Microsoft has announced 3 million units of Xbox One were sold this launch. You hit that target by the end of the year?
Well, I mean, it'd take a while for them to catch up. I mean, we're at 65 million. I mean, part of what we think, you know, part of why we think that this is the right direction to go in is that we can benefit from everything that people have already done. If they've invested, you know, if I buy a game on Steam and I'm running it on Windows, I can go to one of the Steam machines and already have the game. So you benefit as a developer, or you benefit as a consumer in having that PC experience extended into the living room. The beta users have been super happy. We actually kind of want them to tell us what's wrong, so we're kind of poking at them a little harder. Right now they're just saying this is the best thing since, you know, beginning of, you know, time or something. So we're trying to get them to give us sort of more, how can we iterate on this and what are the steps that we need to solve next. One more question. Well, right now we have about 250 titles running. There are a bunch of different things you need to do for developers. You need to help them make money. They need to view that as an opportunity. You need to give them development tools that make it easy for them to support Linux and Mac and Windows simultaneously. We need to make sure that we've addressed concerns or issues they raise about controller design, and on and on. So it's just, you know, the kinds of blue-collar stuff you do anytime you're developing a platform. Same kinds of things we've been doing to make Windows the success it is currently. So rather than talking to me, you should now be talking to the hardware manufacturers. They all have very interesting things to say, and I'd like to say thank you to all of them and to all of you for attending this evening.